Have you ever wanted to know what's going to be in a Bloxburg update or know when a Bloxburg update is going to release before it happens? In this video, I'm going to be showing you all exactly how to predict a Bloxburg update. As a primarily news Bloxburg content creator, I know quite a bit about predicting Bloxburg updates, so I'm going to be sharing with you all some of that information. We'll start off with some of the basics. So a few years ago, Coeptus, the owner of Bloxburg, said that there wasn't really an update schedule for Bloxburg, but I think he kind of just said that so people weren't expecting updates, and then people wouldn't get mad when they didn't update. But I kind of have an idea of what Bloxburg's update schedule looks like. So over the past 6 months or so, Bloxburg has typically updated every month and a half, give or take about a week. Even with the addition of Coffee Stain and the new developers, Bloxburg has pretty much stayed on this track of every month or so update. So after a Bloxburg update, I'll typically wait about 4 to 5 weeks before I start actively looking for leaks on Twitter and various places. If you've noticed in the most recent Bloxburg updates, we haven't been receiving them on Saturday as we have in the past 6 years or so. Instead, we've been receiving them on both Thursday and Friday. This is because now that Bloxburg has Coffee Stain involved with deving for the game, they can't actually be on the clock and working for Bloxburg during the weekend, which would be Saturday when we normally got updates. Instead, they have to be on the clock and working during the weekdays, like Thursday and Friday, so that they have time to fix bugs and ask the community how they feel about the update during the week. It's likely that we'll never receive a Saturday update again because the people that work at Coffee Stain in Sweden aren't going to be, I guess, on the clock on Saturday. So when predicting Bloxburg updates from here on out, you can kind of take Saturday and Sunday out of the realm of possibility. The last thing is time. In the past 6 years or so, Bloxburg has typically updated from around 3 a.m. to like 11 a.m. in EST time, so it'll probably stay that way for the near future. Moving on to the more important stuff, the Bloxburg developers inventory. So in order to upload stuff from your computer to your Roblox game, you have to first put it into your Roblox inventory. This is what all the old and new Coffee Stain developers do to update and develop on Bloxburg. Some of their inventories are private and some of their inventories are public, meaning that we can access them and look at the things that they put in there before they're actually in the Bloxburg game. So here in this Bloxburg development group, here are all of the different developers that work on Bloxburg. First, you have some members in the group, and then you have some developers. I guess these are the Coffee Stain people. And then you have Coeptus and of course Froggy Hops in the developer category. These people here in the developer category are the ones that we're going to be looking out for. Some of these people's inventories are open, meaning that we can go and look through all of the things that they upload prior to Bloxburg updating, and some of them are closed from the public. I'm going to quickly show you exactly how to check people's inventory. So this is the owner of Bloxburg, Coeptus here. If you go over to his Roblox profile, which will be in the link in the description down below, you can come to these 3 dots here and then click his inventory. This I think is only going to be available on computer, but it may be on mobile, so you can go ahead and check if you want. But then you come over here and you'll see Coeptus's inventory and you'll see some categories. So Coeptus only really uploads to 3 or 4 of these different categories, and this will change probably with Coffee Stain being in the pic. From memory, I believe Coeptus uses the animations category where he uploads animations that are used in the game. For example, this little drink animation. And then the other one he uses is the decals. This is what he uses prior to releasing updates. This is the decal that you can see in build mode, if that makes sense, like in the build mode menu. And then he also uses the meshes and the models category on his little image. So let's say it's getting closer to a Bloxburg update day, you think, and you come over to Coeptus's inventory and he's uploaded something new. What you can do is go to the item. Let's say we take this little meshes / traffic cone, and you can come over here and you can find some more details about it. You can find out when it's created, when it was updated, and you can find out the genre he put it in and the type. This is a mesh part. And then you can come up here in some of the items and you can find out even more about it. This actually was a witch hat, and he used this to trick us. He called it a traffic cone, but it was really a witch hat. So that's how we found out that when he initially did this a few months. Now, I've only talked to you about the public inventories, and this is where it gets a little spicy. There are people on Twitter that I guess we could call them hackers, and they pretty much go into the private inventories of developers to find items that they've uploaded that are not accessible to us, the public. There are whole accounts dedicated to finding private meshes, models, animations, etc., and uploading them onto these Twitter. Some may call it spoiling the update, and some might just call it fun. I personally don't use these hacks. I don't even really know how they find this private inventory stuff, but I do occasionally see these things pop up on my Twitter timeline, and I do enjoy looking at them from time to time, so I guess it's kind of just up to you all. So this account here, Truly Anything Bloxburg, or at TrulyBloxy_AB, has an account dedicated to going into private Bloxburg developers' inventories and sharing with the public what's inside. It has over 1,000 followers, and I know some YouTubers, including like really big ones, that use this account, not only just in their private life, but just on YouTube in general, like in public. So I don't think this will get me banned, hopefully not, and I don't think it will get you banned if you follow or use the account either. As long as you aren't actively using these exploits, I think you should be fine. Now, I'm not going to show any of the things that are currently in the Bloxburg developers' private inventories on this video, but if you want to go check out this account, you're free to do that in your own time. If you haven't checked out my most recent video on the Bloxburg community managers, you should go to my channel and check that out. Now that Bloxburg has hired community managers, these people should be interacting with us on Twitter. Hopefully they'll be giving us some like leaks or insight into the next Bloxburg updates, whenever that may be. There's even talk about an official Bloxburg account coming in the near future. For now, you can find both of their Twitter accounts at BramP and Lil Mark. For more general Bloxburg news, I suggest checking out basically Bloxburg on Twitter and then Bloxburg Chronicle. Both of those have reasonable owners. I think those are the best Twitter accounts to go to for Bloxburg news that exist. So I hope that this video will help you to predict Bloxburg updates into the future, both what will be in them and when they'll release. But that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody. There are whole accounts dedicated to finding private meshes models.